All right. Hello and welcome to this episode of Boomer and Degen. I'm your host Biz with co-founder Andy of Crypto Hub HQ. We good. We're live. We're going well. We also called a trend line only to see it get rejected. And I know Andy, you were calling a trade yesterday. And I mean, I know we were on stream, but damn, I mean, I think it played out quite wonderfully. Anyhow,
Yeah.
it's quite interesting that we're seeing the market do its thing right now. But and then a lot of the FUD and the news about the tariffs and all this uncertainty again, like the narrative just keeps stringing along. So what else? What
Well,
what else is new?
before we start, Biz, on Twitter is telling me the broadcast is unavailable. Um, but I don't know if that is just my phone, but that's what it's telling me.
Huh, interesting.
So I just want to make sure if anybody's watching that they can see the stream because
Okay, I just verified that it's live.
yeah, must be just my phone buggering about then. um,
Yeah.
okay, yes. So let's have a look. I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi and try um, just just do it without Wi-Fi. Turn
Yeah.
it off. See because I've got good 5G here.
Hmm.
See if that's working now. It could be that Twitter's just playing silly buggers,
Yeah.
for me.
Maybe it caught a whiff of your sentiment.
Yeah, it's work. I've reset Twitter and it's working now. So it just
There you
goes to
go.
show. Yeah, it's like we know what this guy's gonna say. Yes. Anyway, down. And do you know what? I'm getting fed up of being right. This is not me boasting in any sense, but
Hey,
it's
might as
kind
well
of
give yourself the pat on the back. Give credit where credit's due.
no, it's more about looking at the bigger picture. So let's have a look.
Ew.
Yesterday I said, okay, so everybody's delighted we're above this trend line, but we
You,
need to see confirmation of remaining above that.
yeah.
And then of course, uh, the guy in a house that is white suddenly decided that, uh, do you know what? I'm going to do these tariffs anyway. And the markets were, in fact, I watched a very interesting thing on
Yeah.
Fox News. They were doing the coverage of him saying about these tariffs, but they had the kind of Dow Jones value in the on the same screen on a ticker, and it was doing all right. And then the moment he said what he said, it just went do. So it just started to drop.
You
And
know
if you
you,
come,
you you know why though, right? He obviously wasn't the one invited to the party when they all got together.
all right, I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean,
So he's like, all right, screw you all.
it's well, I have a theory, right? And I'm going to move straight on to that theory now. I'm going to do it through the eyes of somebody who is respected, right? So I'm going to come back to all of this stuff. Benjamin Cowan, we've
Yeah.
into crypto first. We've mentioned this before. So crypto sometimes feels like a balloon that is slowly losing helium. Anytime it starts to drop for too long, Trump will smack a balloon back up in the air by tweeting about it. The balloon stays elevated for a while, then it slowly drops back down, and everyone starts begging Trump to smack it back up the air again. I have to say that Trump and one of his organizations are heavily invested in crypto. And this doesn't half look like a pump and a dump, doesn't it? And so I wonder whether everybody's getting played here because it just smells like there's a they're saying that there's no smoke without fire. That it just smells bad, doesn't it? That you had this low wick, they buy in, they get it, they sell, they drop it again, they buy more. So they're just stacking all the time, right? What was interesting actually was that in our news, um, this made me laugh actually. Cardano price reclaims $1 ahead of White House crypto summit. Oh, you think it did? And then suddenly it's back down to 82 cents, right? And so the whole market tanked. And if you look at the Nasdaq tanked,
Yeah.
S&P 500, right?
Yeah.
This CME futures
Yeah.
coming back down, may even come back down into this gap. I've
Look,
even got Tesla on here for fun, but just to see how our friend Elon is doing. But yeah, everything down, the whole market down. But it just, maybe I'm just an old cynic, Biz. Um, but it don't have smell bad to me. And what's interesting is, of course, that you may have seen this, but the guy who is the head of Ontario in Canada,
okay.
he has just announced that they're going to like anything American. He's apparently had Mitch McConnell on the phone. He had somebody else on the phone because from Texas, because they buy all the kind of whiskey and stuff from Texas, right? Jack Daniels, all that
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
stuff, right? And he's just said, "That's it. We're stopping it. Like cancelling everything. They've cancelled SpaceX. They've cancelled that." And then the other thing he said is, "If he does go ahead with this, I am going to switch off the electricity that we send to them."
Yeah.
Now that's like
I
one and
did
a
not see
half million,
this.
yeah, 1.5 million Americans would suddenly have no power.
Yeah.
And he's saying that the aluminium and whatever it is the ores that you send to them, just won't send them, and we'll sell them to somebody else. So they're being pushed. America that's kind of what they voted for, right? America first, right? And but it's going to be America only very shortly
Hmm.
because the powers that around the world are going, okay, I know that the UK are, everybody in the UK is saying that's it, America finished, right? We don't want to know. Musk finished. We don't want to know, right? And Starmer's, I think, trying to play a political game of stepping up to be the man that takes over, because at the moment the free world, what they used to call the free world, doesn't have a leader of the free world anymore. And not at the moment anyway. Now, this could be an absolute blinder by Trump, right? I mean, he's playing with people's lives and livelihoods and everything in the meantime. Could be a blinder, I don't know, right? But it don't half smell bad when you see the fact that he's so heavily involved in crypto. And he's just lowered, he talked about XRP, ADA, and Ethereum,
So
right?
Solana as well.
Yeah, and both have tanked. So his organization is going to be wanting to buy a lot of these coins. Now, why buy them expensively when you can go onto a press conference and say something like this, and then everything tanks, and then they naturally recover, right? Solana's found some kind of resistance here,
Support.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's maybe a good place to buy in at this point, right? Assuming that Bitcoin doesn't continue to tank. But and right now, and also what's interesting, by the way, yesterday I said to you, others were on the verge of a death cross.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Death death cross has happened
Plus a
on others.
lower low, or I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. That's definitely a lower low now, no matter what happens. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting that the whole market, the whole world is in uncertainty.
yeah.
And that's why the stock markets are crashing. That's why crypto's crashing. There's no other reason, right? If all this nonsense wasn't happening, I don't think Bitcoin would be down here like this. Certainly not crashing so quickly. Because like yesterday, we opened there and finished there, 8.68% down on the day, but like a 9.69% drop overall. As from yesterday, now we're down 10.89, but this morning we were down to minus 12, right? So
Yeah.
it's that's a big drop, right? And if you're buying a lot of Bitcoin, that's a big saving. Right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a big saving. So call me an old cynic, but I think Benjamin Cowan is like, I agree that that Trump can do this, has the power to pump it and then dump it, but I question for whose benefit he's doing it for. Are you with me? I don't think he's doing it for the benefit of you or I, you know. And I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, like when Jamie Dimon did it, right? Crypto's a scam back in when it was it 2018 or something.
Mhm.
Bitcoin tanks down to God knows what, and then his company buys a load.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
what's the difference? The difference is that he's a horrible businessman. Fuck everybody else. I'm okay. This man's meant to be the president of the United States. There
Well,
should be a difference, but right now there isn't.
he he gets deals done. That's all I know. He gets deals done.
Again, though, for who?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
For
mean, America for
right,
sure.
not for America.
No,
I mean, Americans are going to suffer like crazy from all this nonsense,
yeah, but I
right?
mean, he's done some good stuff for. I mean, he's cutting a lot of extra expenses. I mean, he's definitely cleaned up the balance sheets, 100%.
Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Somebody needs to read more, and I think,
What?
in fact, many of you need to read more. The Elon Musk put on their website that they'd saved 8 billion, and once it was fact checked, it turned out to be they put on a contract. We managed to cancel a contract for n billion pounds. Turned out that contract finished 10 years ago,
What?
and so they've taken all that stuff back off the website now. So it looks like they've found 8 million, not 8 billion. So almost zero so far, and they're just a typical Western, right? Like shooting the hell out of everybody and then asking questions after when everybody's dead. It's like, you know, it's so I don't know, Biz. I think it's very political. I don't I don't think it's all I don't think it's by accident, and because I don't think they're stupid, right?
Hmm.
I'm not 1 minute saying that Trump or Elon or any of these other people are stupid. I think it's all thought through.
Yeah.
And, you know, to whose benefit, I don't know. But I do know that Russia are laughing their head off, like absolutely laughing their head off right now. So I don't know. But this is why the market's going like this. If it wasn't for this nonsense, we wouldn't be in this massively chaotic, volatile scenario that we're in today. So
Yeah.
that's why, you know, from a trading point of view, finding those coins that are not necessarily going with Bitcoin is interesting. I found this one was interesting that I found just before the stream.
Mhm.
I noticed that layer, which had been coming into our alerts, this is the 5 minute chart, by the way, had dropped down quite a lot, but I noticed a kind of natural support zone. So there I did my entry, and right now that's up at about nearly 4% in profit. Another one was WIF. That's kind of topped out really. Again,
Ooh,
this
a
was
nice.
coming in.
I like that break of the trend line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So now it's a case of it went up to like 6%. Sol V, of course. Now Sol V is
Ooh,
interesting because Sol V has been coming into outperforming Bitcoin, you know, going its own way. It's been doing everything, right?
yeah.
All of the others. And Sol V actually has been coming in quite a few times, like over the last few days. And so I've literally got an alert here because I want to see how if it breaks above this, because this could be a nice shorting opportunity when it has a natural go back down. Because if you got in there, even if it went only down to there, you've got like 4%.
Mhm.
So with some nice leverage, you're doing all right, right? So yeah, so those are the ACH again. Yeah, that's doing. That was another one that came into our alerts. Seems to be doing all right. So there are a lot of trades, right? And so there's money to be made, both long and short. Rising fast, falling. You know, we never stop getting alerts, do we? Outperforming Bitcoin.
Yeah. Just.
ADA now. It used to be coming in before, but ADA going their own way. Let's have a look. Uh, ACT. I know that Solvi, they stop once they come in. I stop them coming in for like 2 or 3 hours, so you don't keep getting repeated signals.
Mhm.
So you can go back 3 or 4 hours, and it's still relevant. But and again, layer up here was another one that was going its own way, and of course it had a massive pullback all of a sudden. I thought, oh, that's too tempting.
Yeah.
That's too tempting, right? So now you'd be up to like 5% in profit, you know. Our alerts are doing great. I mean, they really are doing great. If you are a trader, I would recommend you can still trade in these markets, right? Even though overall the market looks pretty disastrous, right?
Hmm.
Um, if you're a long term holder. But again, I come back to what I've said a few days in a row. You remember when I said two days ago, but I think on the Friday actually, when you weren't on the stream, you can DCA in, you can DCA in.
Hmm.
Well, you've had perfect opportunities to DCA in down here and now again down here, you know.
Yeah.
So you can just build up like if some people you could, if you've got a job and you earn an income and you've got some disposable income, you could just take a portion, small portion of that, and every month, or if you get paid weekly or monthly, just DCA a bit more, DCA a bit more. And over a period of a year, as the bull market goes, then you should get a nice return, right?
Yeah.
So you can just do that over time. And there's just a number of ways to be in crypto, isn't there?
Hmm. Yeah. I think no one's happy about that. I mean, very rare I mean, to just see Bitcoin put a move like that over the weekend, just to have that given back. It's
What did I say about the weekend?
well, yeah, it's foolery.
um, it's anyway.
Oh man.
One thing I cannot do, although I seem to be spot on with these kind of predictions at the moment, it's probably more good luck than good management. I, you know, I work on the look at price action and then I wait for confirmation. So right now, what would you do? Well, you'd kind of, if you're uncertain, stay out, right? If in
Hmm.
doubt, stay out.
Yeah.
Just don't trade. Go back into USDT. Um, oh, interestingly enough, any European people that use Binance at the end of March, they will be removing all USDT trading pairs for you.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you will no longer be able to use PAXG, USDT, USD, something else. A lot of the stable coins are leaving Binance at the end of March, on March the
What are they
31st.
using? BUSD?
They've got US. Yeah, is it probably USDC? Is it or
Okay.
I can't remember which one it was. Hang on a sec. I actually went into the Binance server. Um, general news. Where was it? Yeah, this one. More details here. Oh, it's gone onto my other screen. Let me just get it back and bring it over. Uh, So there will be USDT, FUSD, TUSD, USDP, DAI, UST, USTC, PAXG. So Binance will be going after yeah. So they've got USDC is still saying on, and URI. I don't know that one, which must be a
Okay.
European.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so USDC is the one to use on Binance.
Hmm.
But it's just an interesting thing if you're on Binance and if you sat in USDT, transfer it to USDC so that you don't forget, and then you don't have any problems on Binance. Uh, I was interested only because we use the Binance API,
Hmm.
and I wanted to make sure that the USD trading pairs wouldn't be affected as I grab and build the data. But I don't think it will. So that's my theory. However, if our service stops on March the 31st, then I've got to just rebuild the database using something else, which would only take me a day. So it's not a problem. But anyway, yes, I just thought I'd mention that because that was on my mind from
Yeah.
the other
I wonder
day.
if compliance is a thing. Because there's speculation about USDT not being fully backed. But I know we've heard this narrative many, many years ago, with
Mm.
the Bitfinex and that whole
No, oh
debacle.
yeah, that is true. Yeah. Um, I don't know what Mika is, but
It's the regulation. Oh, it is compliant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's for the EU.
yes, for EU, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
non-Mika compliant stable coins, yeah. Um, but anyway, just for those people, I'm not sure how that affects the UK, given it's no longer in Europe. Don't know. But I just wanted to make sure we were okay, in terms of our alerts and stuff, because I use the USDT trading pairs. So yeah, that was that really. So back to here today. The fear and greed index gone back down to 24. So yesterday we were up at 39. Now we're back down to 24. It is literally a roller coaster ride
Yeah.
right now, right? And this actually has gone up a slight little bit. Let me just see if it's still the same. Yeah, I think that was down at 18. Was it yesterday? I'm not really sure. Can't remember. But it's still extreme fear. It's still extreme fear. It'll be interesting to see what happens when the market's open
Did
today.
I'm assuming a whole ton of longs just got liquidated today.
Oh yeah, well let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look. 1 billion of which nearly 1 billion are longs. There you go. Let's just do the last 12 hours. Yeah, lol longs. Yeah, crazy, right?
I think
Um,
everyone was targeting that trend line, and once it broke down that uptrend, I mean, now we're back at like that roller coaster, like you mentioned.
the thing is that there's been a lot of streams, large streams saying, the bottom is in, let's go, and and as you know, I there'll come a point where I will say that, right? They may say it 5 days earlier than me, a week earlier than me, right? But I tend to wait for confirmation as opposed to, oh look, we've got a hammer candle which is quite bullish, right? This hammer candle here, the sellers were outweighed by the buyers, and therefore that's very
Yeah,
bullish. Let's go, right?
yeah. It's
Candle a market does not make. You know, it just doesn't. I just want to see what Solvi is doing because, oh yeah, that's really gone above my target there. So I was looking to see if it reverses now.
mhm.
So again, just taking my time. Now I'm just going to put an alert on here and see when it's coming down. And it might drop down fast if we're on the stream, and I might miss the entry, but we'll see. We'll see. Bitcoin is still, you see, Bitcoin at the moment, this is the 5 minute chart. You see how
Mhm.
it's been in this range?
Yeah.
Uh, and oddly enough, if I go to the 15 minute chart, you see what happens here? Bubble, 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 drop. Bubble, 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 drop. Bubble, 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 bubble. What next? Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Is it another drop back into could be?
Well, I
You
mean, you're
know,
starting to see that the drops are it's losing. It's not as it's not as big. It's not as drastic as like prior.
well, no, this was all part of this one big drop, right? If
Oh,
you
it
go on
just
the day, that's all a part of, this is all the same thing, right? So I think
no,
whatever
the
time,
lower low is just nasty.
yeah, it's, yeah, if you go to say the 1 hour chart, we might get a sort of slightly bigger picture. Now, one could argue, if you look at that actually what you're getting is a higher low, right?
Okay, I mean, yeah, yeah, but
So one could argue that you've got a higher high than
yeah,
these highs coming down, and now you've retraced back to this, and you're getting a higher low if that is maintained. Now, when I start looking at that and go, well, okay, what would I expect from here then? I need that confirmation that says, okay, keep shooting up, and then do that kind of thing.
yeah,
That then once we get halfway, I'll be saying, yeah, this is looking more positive, right? This is looking more positive, and it's because the drops are so big in one day. Like people are, whoa, and in the same way that when we went up big in one day, Trump announces this crypto thing, knowing full well the day after he was going to announce the tariffs. I'm a cynic. I'm a cynic, Biz. I know you're less of a cynic, but I am a cynic. Um, so I just think, there's some uh, players in play here who shall remain nameless, but I keep naming them all the time.
hey man, it keeps
But
the story interesting. It's all that matters.
yeah, right. And again, I keep coming back to saying, well, from a trading point of view, do we care? It's there are lots of trades, as you can see. This what I've been doing here. just this morning, right? This is there are trades. There are always alerts coming in. I get rid of that, go back to hours, rise fast, fall less, Sol V again, just constantly coming in to our alerts at the moment. This Sol V. TRX has been coming in as well.
Oh, okay.
I've not looked at that recently. Actually, it's in my other one, isn't it? Let me go back to the 15 minutes. That was a bullish fair value gap.
Looked like a break of structure too.
It looks like it's broken straight down beneath the fair value gap as well. So, oh yeah, it's trying to. You can see now. You see there was the fair value gap. It's not very big. TRX. Oh, that was 27 minutes ago. A small one, but you can see it's trying to mitigate it. So it could come back down to there. But TRX has been coming in. But if we go back to this, TRX is in the top 10, right? That's Justin Sun, isn't it?
Yeah.
TRX. I think he's involved with a lot of this stuff that Trump is doing.
Yeah.
I read some today that he's involved in it. Interestingly enough. And you'll notice TRX he had a massive pump and dump, but it's actually looking not bad, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, that dump, I mean, it's kind of expected, but the consolidation following the dump is not.
Yeah, but if you look at those pumps and dumps in the other top 10, they're not anywhere near as bad, are they? TRX. Interesting. But I think he is involved somehow with this whole thing with Donald Trump, right? Well, whatever the company's called, I forget the name of the company, but and I think it's his sons or grandson. His sons that are dealing with it, right? What's the name of the young lad? I forget his name.
Baron.
Baron, thank you. I think he's heavily into crypto, as you would imagine at his age, right? It's absolutely the right thing for him to be in at the moment. But yeah, TRX is kind of looking like that's a natural support level there, right?
Oh, you're right, actually. There's
what am I right
about Justin Sun and his involvement with World Liberty Financial.
There you go.
Yeah, he invested 30 million in their token.
Right.
Yeah, that basically helping them meet their fundraising goals. Although he was appointed as an advisor too.
Right. You see, it's starting to come together. You see, you're threading the needle now, making the connections. And so one has to ask, I mean, Justin Sun knows exactly how to pump and dump the system.
Oh,
right?
he's a pretty he's been doing it. You remember the Beeple thing? He put Beeple on a map.
Yeah,
became a thing for Web3 now.
Yeah, he's been around a long time, Justin Sun, right? But yeah, that hasn't been affected by this dump that much. That only went down, let's have a look, 5%-ish, 5.5%-ish. But that's kind of an interesting support level there.
That's so funny. He's still there's still a lawsuit against Sun, right?
Is there?
Yeah, dating back from March 2023. They're basically accusing him of fraud and market manipulation.
What, in the United States, you mean?
Well, yeah, the SEC filed the lawsuit against him.
Well, now you might know why he's doing what he's doing. So that's going to go away pretty damn fast.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's only interesting if he gets a pardon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but first they got to go save Crypto Jesus.
Crypto Jesus? Who's Crypto Jesus?
Ver is what's his name? He's one of the OGs.
I don't know who you mean. No.
Oh man, come on, chat, help me out here.
Boomer Degen.
Oh, dude, I don't know. Okay, you know what? Crypto Jesus.
Loving
Anyhow,
the hat today, is, by the way.
what's up?
Loving the hat today.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, it's I take what is it? I need to get a haircut to be honest. So,
You're having a bad hair day, so you thought you'd wear a hat.
no, dude, I can't even find my shaver. I'm dying here. I really gotta go look for it. It's like buried in all these boxes.
That's the thing when you move, right?
Yo,
You
I'm
don't get.
like, come on. Like, how do you move my? No, it's okay. It's not. It's. I should have put everything together, and I didn't. So there you go. It's somewhere. I gotta go find it. If not, I have to buy a new one. Like I can't stand it. It's getting out of hand. Um. Uh. But what's this thing?
Yeah. So anyway, that's the
Okay,
market,
sorry.
Biz.
I got the guy's name. Roger Ver.
Okay, I don't know him. Tell
Yeah.
me his story.
Bitcoin.com. So early investor and promoter of Bitcoin. Played a significant
Oh,
role advocating for Bitcoin adoption. So this is during the time of like, you remember Andre Antonopoulos?
no,
No? Oh my. Yo, these
no.
guys were like the godfathers, you know?
All right.
Yeah, teaching the masses. Uh
Okay.
yeah. So
Look at
so
V. Well, V is going for it, man. If you'd have taken that long, I think when I was just before I woke up, oh no, I could have taken it this morning, thinking about it. But that would have been a hell of a trade so far, with a fairly smallish stop loss. That would have been a good
right.
trade.
All right. I'm getting itchy. I'm getting itchy. I gotta
You
get
want to
back
get
in. I gotta get back
right?
in it. Yeah. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I've been on the sidelines for quite some time now. So
You have, yeah. Are you settled now?
well, as soon as I find my shaver I will be.
All right. Well, that's the market, Biz.
Yeah.
Where next?
Yeah.
As I said yesterday,
I
I
don't
wasn't
know.
confident,
I, I
but
I
wait and
like
see.
I like volatility, you know. Traders love volatility because it
Yeah,
means that there's liquidity in the market. It follows volatility. So
this is where it comes back to these alerts. And I know we're brand new, and I know we don't have many followers or many people in the server yet, but these alerts are just absolutely fantastic at finding everything that I've just been showing you here. Everything. It's just there are trades like all the time. It's not, and well, that's what I really like about it. Oh, I'm busy this morning. I'll trade this afternoon, or I'll trade this morning. I'll do some programming this afternoon, or I'll take the day off, or whatever. Um, I mean, the big market moves tend to happen when I'm sleeping, right? And because the American market, we've said it a number of times, tends to take everything down, and that's exactly what they did yesterday. So,
I had a feeling, to be honest. I had a feeling. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I wasn't yesterday. I don't like making predictions because no one can, but I felt that this move was not over, and primarily because in the world there's too much. There's news. We said, and we did say this yesterday. There are news events every day.
Yeah.
So we, a news event that says like let's just say Trump backs down and cancels the tariffs, right? I'll delay him another month. It definitely is the boy who cries wolf. And I'll cancel them another month. Oh, great, we're going to the moon. And oh, we're having this crypto summit. Let's say that they come out of that crypto summit. Yeah, we've signed a piece of paper. Here is the paper. Oh, let's go to the moon.
Yeah.
Only for the next day something else to happen and the whole thing come crashing down. So I think we're in an elongated market. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Things are going to take time. Are we going to go all the way back up today? We could, because people are buying in cheaper. We could. Will we maintain it? The only time I will tell you that I agree with that is if we start holding the levels,
Yeah.
right? If we start, I need confirmation. That's what I need. I don't just look at one green candle and say the bottom is in. That's bullshit, as we've seen over and over and over and over again in this market.
Yeah.
We're over 100K. We're never going. People were saying we're never going below 100K. What rubbish! It's just not how the markets work, is it? So yeah, that's it, Biz. Another day in paradise.
Cool. Yeah, well, let's enjoy it with some pina coladas, all right? Well,
Yeah.
we get. All right, guys. Well, thank everybody for watching. If you guys haven't done so already, please give us a follow. We'd really appreciate it as well. If you got tips, insights, whatever you're trading, let us know. Hop into our servers. Let us know that you're following us. We'll give you access to all the tips you see that we're using. Link to our server is on the website, and you can join us there. And yeah, let's just get it on, man. I'm getting itchy just watching Andy doing all these trades and setups. It's getting me antsy. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna time to get my boots on the ground and get cracking. All right, guys,
Yeah.
we'll do this again tomorrow, same time, same channel, and take care, everybody. Stay safe.
Happy trading, everyone. Have a good one.
So.